W.F. House presents an unabridged recording of A True Account by Katherine Howe, narrated by Petrea Burchard.
Chapter 1. Boston, June 1726. I don't know what made me determined to go to the hanging. I'd always made a point of avoiding them. I resisted the entreaties of my friends, who wanted to be in amongst the throngs of onlookers, ears pricked for the last words and the pious advice of the soon-to-be damned. Of course, I'd always been curious. You cannot help but wonder about the face of one condemned. To see his carriage toward the crowd and himself. To feel the swelling cheers and cries of all the townsfolk. To hear the crack of the felon's neck, snapped like a chicken's. I wondered if their eyes were open or closed when their moment came. What happens in the instant in between being a living, breathing creature, trembling with needs and wants and fears, and being an empty sack of flesh and bone? Is it the same for an old woman alone in her bed, with the covers pulled up tight, as it is for a man mounting the scaffold before God and everyone? Does an unearthly light of heaven attained shine upon the greasy strings of their hair if they have confessed and repented? Everyone repents at the end. Or so I've been told. I'd heard the moment of public death described often enough, usually by someone with a hand around a glass. But I had always been of too delicate a nature to see for myself. I didn't like to drown kittens or stomp tremble-whiskered mice and, as often as not, found a way to avoid such grim chores on the occasion Mrs. Tomlinson chose to impose them on me. I even crossed the street from dogs lying dead in the gutter. But something about William Fly was different. I made up my mind that I would go. Summer wears long on the Boston wharves, with early sunrise and late nightfall dragging its feet to deliver our relief. And so, the afternoon was stifling in Ship Tavern when I first heard the name of William Fly. The ordinary was generally tolerably cool in summer, being a dim cavern of rooms built of ancient brick, squatting like a naiad's grotto for almost 100 years at the foot of Clark's Wharf. Ship Tavern stands close enough to the harbor waters that a brig can moor nearly at the lip of our door. Well situated to swallow up the passing seamen as they stumble ashore, land sick and looking for all the things sailors look for when they have been long at sea. But that June day, the sun shone especially heavy, bleak.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?